Hey everyone, welcome to the MatMadik channel. All right, you know what? I believe it's been like 8 months back. This is on July 1st. Oh, super. 1 second, I just got a comment from someone. Um, yeah, there was a big controversial video that came out. A message from the gay community performed by the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus. About, well, a lot of you heard the clip about these gentlemen, well, saying that they want to come for right-wing children or something. You know what? I just thought to myself, while I'm in the process of digging up things that I'd overlooked a while ago, or even just lost track of, let's just go ahead and give this a good old reaction. Without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Those of you out there who, as we celebrate Pride and the progress we've made over these past years, there's still work to be done. So to those of you out there who are still working against equal rights, we have a message for you.
Working against equal rights? Okay, now listen, I'm a conservative dude. I wonder who's working against equal rights. Alright, well, mister. Not to presume too much before we even gotten started, but I wonder what rights you're talking about and what actions are being taken against equal rights that you're speaking of. Can anyone let me know in the comments what you may be referring to there? Could you be saying that some people say gay men shouldn't be able to adopt children? If that's the case, then yeah, it seems like a tough stuff. It seems like that's something that this gentleman could take issue with. But that's not my place to say whether it's right or wrong. What do I actually think? I don't know, to be honest. I'm just gonna say, because I actually don't know what it. I've been told that I ought to empathize a bit more, but one thing I can say, I won't talk for anyone. I don't know what it feels like to be gay, let alone a child raised by gay parents. So, hey, I'm gonna say mum on that one. I got nothing to say, but let's hear what you got to say about other people's families. If you're talking about people having an issue with gay men having kids, in the name of attacking equal rights, as you put it, then let's see what you let's see if you have anything to mention about the other side, people who want to raise children in a traditional sense.
You think we're sinful? You fight against our rights. You say we all lead lives you can't respect. But you're just...
He looks very passive aggressive right here, especially with that lovely unibrow shaved in half. But sorry, anyway.
Frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked.
What agenda? This is what sounds a bit creepy right here. Our agenda. And it's what makes people think, oh no, you're part of that Nazi flag rainbow community. Again, check out my video on my homepage to see what I'm talking about. Verse 2 for them. So you have an agenda, I guess. Well, I guess everybody has an agenda. Every political group has an agenda, but still, okay. Let's just let him finish his point.
Funny, just this once, you're correct.
Okay. Sorry, I keep readjusting my collar right here. Just joking, anyway. Okay. Corrupting people's children if their agenda goes unchecked. So this is where a lot of people have understood taking issues with what you're saying. Who you're speaking for when you say this. Are you saying that gay people have an agenda that, if it goes unchecked, will lead to the corruption of children? And not just any children, but the people's children you're singing to?
We'll convert your children. Happens bit.
Alright, this is very creepy, mate. Simply, it's just got all that SJW mad rage behind the eyes. It's just bubbling up to have an out explosion on people over just because they don't accept their uh, agenda, as he put it. So what's he saying about converting people's children?
We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it.
So he's not smiling, of course, and he looks vengeful, to say the least. This looks like a dangerous guy. I remember. Anyway, sorry. Something comes into mind. I think it will show up later in the song. The best thing is that this. I understand this video was taken off YouTube, but it's back here somehow.
Keep him from disco. Warn about San Francisco.
Keep him from disco. What era?
Make him wear pleated pants. We don't care. We'll convert your children. We'll make them tolerant and fair.
Tolerant and fair. All right. God have mercy. Anyway, but I don't know who's intolerant in this whole affair, but fine. Anyone who's intolerant. It's a weird thing, you know. This whole thing about fighting against intolerance. What happens with this whole thing about fighting against intolerance is the so-called tolerated one, or one who ought to be tolerated. In this case, I don't think this person speaks for the people he represents, if indeed he represents gay people here. This guy with an agenda, let's just put it that way, he seems to resemble something of a hostage taker right now. Again, using kids as a hostage. Again, as you see what's been happening in society as of late. Chose me. Okay, never mind. Let me just let the video play out. Hopefully the video will speak for itself.
At first I didn't get why you'd be so scared of us turning your children into accepting, caring people, but I see now why you'd have a problem with that.
Just like you would.
Is it just me, or is that guy's eyebrows and his eyeballs just look extra angel when they're possessed? You know, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, that universe. They have this mode they go into when their eyes get, their pupils so large, dilated, that it just absorbs the white from all around their eyes. Anyway.
Worried.
Why you'd have a problem with that.
Just like you worried. They'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at night.
Where children go at night. You don't approve where children go at night. Yeah, just joking anyway. But I mean, it's funny how the only thing I'm going like this over is, are you trying to win people over with this rhetoric, or are you trying to say we've got an agenda that we're going to push on people? Who are you to say where children should who are you to talk about parents having issue where their children go at night and thinking that you have an agenda to insert your insert your, let's just say, list of pre-approved places for children to go at night on what parents decide for their own children. If you adopted a kid as a gay man, you know, and people were trying to convert your child to something that you didn't see your child, or that into something that you don't necessarily agree with, then what would you say? Anyway. You'll be disgusted. That doesn't sound right. This guy seems insane. He's got those crazy AOC eyes.
When they start finding things online that you've kept far from their sight.
Alright, now that's it. I don't have to say anything else.
Like information. Guess what? You'll still be alright. We'll convert your children. Yes, we will.
Reaching one and all, there's really no escaping it.
Cause even grandma likes RuPaul.
And the world's getting kinder.
Come on, mate. Alright, fine. I guess I can't speak for. I don't know who he's speaking to, but this. Look, RuPaul, all this stuff. You're talking about sexuality. I mean, this is not beating around the bush. Parents pushing even heterosexuality on kids when they're not ready to deal with sexuality at all is not appropriate. Anyway, for God's sake.
Gen Z's gayer than Grindr. Learn to love, learn to vogue, face your fate. We'll convert your children. Someone's gotta teach them not to hate. We're coming for them.
We're coming for your children.
We're coming for your children. This is not right. Well, I guess I know it means to be triggered, but not triggered to tear things down or anything, but just to say, ugh. That's what I say about truth and things that are righteous, truly righteous, if you will, not self-righteous. When something is true, or fine, truly righteous, if you will, you really ought. You don't even need to fight for it. It's a bit like what the people in the conservative movement are apparently fighting for right now. Yes, we could say we're fighting for it, but I guess. All right, let me just put it in this term. In these terms, we are fighting in self-defense. That's to say, when our fight. Look, if your way of life is under attack, you can defend it, but it's another thing to try and reach into someone else's way of life and to try and say, I would like to convert you into actually respecting me instead. That's still not right, you know. It seems like a paradox. Wow, the left seem like the right, but inverted. Thus, it's like up to down is down to up, and they're actually the same thing, two sides of the same coin. There's nothing wrong with you being gay, honestly, or adopting children and raising them the way you will, because, quite frankly, I mean, I know it may trigger a lot of people, but it's possible just to indeed live your lives and just raise a healthy environment around you, quite frankly. But despite how well-intentioned you may be in your underhanded message here to try and save the world from bigotry, which I imagine you're referring to right here, nothing good comes from forcing anything. But hey, I won't say forcing anything, having an agenda to try and do that, even though it seems like, oh, but the right, we want to convert normies into right-wingers. No, not necessarily. We're just being ourselves. People come and test us, and we keep our resolve, and people say, oh, okay, there's nothing really wrong with it. But these guys, you know, fair enough, it is a free country. You can take your stand and try and do it as you will. But all I'm saying is I don't think this will win many people over just by making this song. Hence why a lot of these, well, some people on this list here seem to have dubious backgrounds regarding deviant certain behavior. I'm not talking about homosexuality. I'm talking about inappropriate behaviors, and you know what I'm talking about. And this video was subsequently yanked down once it got the initial backlash. But hey, I'm glad I can at least react to it now once the dust is settled. The gay agenda. Fair enough. I guess there's a straight agenda, isn't there? Oh no, it's not. It's just the way things are. But people could say, all right, but this gay agenda, it's been quashed for so long that we need to actually have people in our corner fighting for our rights, just like the people on the right do. Okay, fair enough. Have at it. Let's just see what happens. I'm not rooting for anybody to succeed or not succeed per se. Rather, I'm saying, if you really want to be effective, consider just living your life in your way and avoid using things such as terminology such, even in the name of wit and sarcasm, being witty and sarcastic, using things like will convert your children, or corrupt. I think these are convert or corrupt. If you say corrupt at the beginning, that's even more of a sign that people ought to run away rather than run toward you guys. But anyway, let's keep going. Oh, well, there you go. No. You guys are terrible. No, that's it. Now I can see that swastika quarter right there, and you just check out my video in the in the home screen of my channel, and you know what I'm talking about. No. It's one thing to say this is pure. It's like the Black Lives Matter stuff, saying they care for Black lives and then saying nothing once all the black people get killed by the goons, the kids for that matter. Now I see this horrible nonsensical flag on the screen, and I'm like, nah, I know what you guys are about. Then we'll turn to you.
Go and see San Francisco. Go and turn up that disco. You'll forget you were ever upset. We'll convert your children and make an ally of you yet. We'll make an ally of you yet. We'll make an ally of you.
Pass. All right, sorry, I got this other video I was gonna check out tomorrow. Your children are not your children. Boston Gay Men's Chorus. This is from years ago. I actually want to go down that rabbit hole and check that out. Sounds like a dubious term to go down rabbit holes in in this current context. But let me know what you guys think, everybody. Do you think this is a good approach to win people over? Are you particularly concerned? Catch you next time. Peace. Where we go, one we go.